Hello again for Wellness Wednesday. I'm Jamie,
And Daniel,
and we're going to talk to you guys today about some energy.
who wants to have more energy? I want to have more energy. Jamie wants to have more energy.
All the time, why not?
And we want more energy when? Every day.
Yep,
Right. And how can we have more energy? We hear that question a lot.
all the
And
time.
where does the energy come from? Especially here, because here we are coaches in a fitness center.
Yep.
So
Like, how do you have the energy to do?
Yeah, we
multiple
do
classes a
stay
day?
active all day, which is not the typical day of most people. And then we go to a class and it's a high energy class. Well, it's not going to be the same for everyone.
Mhm.
But there are certain things you can do daily, or there are certain things you have to do daily to have more energy. I know some of them. What would you say? How do you have more energy?
Wake up early.
Wake up early.
Earlier,
Good point.
yes.
Good point. Let's stop right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I came to a conclusion recently. What does it take for someone to wake up early? We had a discussion with someone too.
Okay.
What does it take to be the kind of person that wakes up early every day? And let's say to be the kind of person that wakes up early to do a workout
Okay.
or to go out for a walk.
What does it take, Daniel?
Okay. Willpower.
Yes.
Discipline. Okay. To me, what does it take? It takes, first of all, you have to be someone that is willing to go to bed early every day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it takes. First of all, you have to think about the steps. If you want to be that person that wakes up at 5 a.m. every day, well, you should be willing to go to bed at 9.
Yeah.
Thinking about 8 hours, maybe 7. Oh, you go to bed at 10. That's what it takes. And then from that point, you're going to have to think about, okay, I want to be the person that wakes up at 5 a.m. So I have to be the person that will go to bed at 9. How can I be that person that goes to bed at 9? To be able to sleep enough,
Yep.
you get up with energy.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it is what the expression is. So in those cases, doing the action and telling yourself that you're that person, your brain will make you that person, right? If you tell yourself, okay, I am that person who wakes up at this time. If you tell other people, right? They actually did a study before that I was reading for people who are smoking, right? So people to stop smoking, if they were going outside and be like, nah, like I used to smoke, right? Then they had a better chance of, say, relapsing and stuff. Like, oh no, I just quit or something. If somebody would say, offer them a cigarette or something. But if they were to say, no, I'm not a smoker, right, while they're trying to quit, people had like a very higher percentage of quitting because they told themselves, not just other people, but they told themselves that they are not smokers, they're non-smokers. So just doing that alone really does help you, right? So just saying, oh, I am someone who wakes up early, or somebody next time be like, oh yeah, I wake up early. Be like, yep, I also wake up early in the morning, right? I wake up at 6.
Telling yourself that you are that kind of person.
Yes, until you become that person.
Even if you have a smoke, you're having a smoke, but you're not a smoker. Let's say.
Just this one time or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Just again.
Now, what does that look like in real life, practicing?
Yes. So in real life, you have to think about, okay, going to bed at 9. Oh my goodness, that's so early. But really, what happens from 9 to 12? Right? You have to look at your life and be like, okay, what are you actually doing from, say, 9 p.m. and say like you stay up until midnight? What are you actually doing from 9 p.m. until midnight, right? If it's not productive, right? If it's just distracting yourself until you go to sleep, then maybe that's not the best course of action. Maybe that's not the best time to and best investment in your time, right? So if you were to flip that and be like, okay, if I were to wake up in the morning, have a really nice breakfast, don't feel rushed, like have a shower, maybe go for a walk, like you were saying, that's way better than, say, sitting down at 9 p.m. and watching TV, scrolling on Facebook, doing things that doesn't help anything. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help someone else. It's just it's a distraction until you fall asleep, right?
And so, I have to say that it was, to me, it felt like a sacrifice, because it was one of the last things I did related to wellness and health was to sleeping more, giving more importance to sleep. And I used to be up, maybe I to have sleep from midnight to 5, or even 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, so 4, 5, 6 hours every night.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough in my case. It varies from person to person. It wasn't enough. And the moment I started trying to sleep more hours, it felt like a big sacrifice. Like I was cutting my day. I was like losing a few hours of my life every single day. And I couldn't believe it, yeah. And so I had to start cutting slowly again. My processes are a bit slower. So half an hour, another half an hour, another half an hour. And as I was watching myself during the day, so it certainly made myself happier and everybody around me also at home a lot happier too.
Yep.
Because of the changes in mood.
Yep.
It was
It's
worth
not just
it.
about you, it's
Now
about me.
I reserve 8 hours. 8 hours from usually try to go from 9 to 5. And of course I'm exaggerating a bit. 5 a.m. It's not for everyone, and it's not necessary for everyone that wants to exercise and have good energy. It depends what fits your life. Right? 10 to 6, 11 to 7. It depends what's good for you, what feels good for you.
Yep.
It's just a coincidence that I started this. I started working at 6 a.m. Get to the gym at 5:45 or a bit earlier than that. So it became a habit to get up a little earlier than 5:45 every day. And to make that happen, it had to be. To make that happen, I was making it happen. I was just not happy with it. Not happy. It wasn't good for me. So we have to go through again those steps in thinking about what you need to do. And sometimes it's not just related to the willpower and discipline. You have to think about what precedes that action.
Yes. And then also too, like sleep is very important in changing those habits for energy, but food as well, right? Like food gives you energy, but you have to unleash the energy of the food, right? So for instance, like how do we do that? Okay, eating healthy, yeah, it's gonna help with your mind. It's gonna help you lose weight. It's gonna help you with inflammation or anti-inflammatories. So if you have inflammation, especially at nighttime, if you're eating chips, if you're drinking pop, if you're doing those things, yeah, of course, in the morning, you're gonna feel like blah. You're not gonna feel good at all because you're gonna have inflammation through the night because of the sugar, the salt. Maybe you didn't drink enough water, right? So you didn't have a good quality of sleep. So usually changing those habits of food helps with your overall health in those senses where, again, it makes it so that you don't feel bloated all the time. It gets you regular, your gut health becomes better, your microbiome becomes better, so your mood changes, right? So then it's easier to sleep. But then on top of that too is fitness, right? So fitness, just moving the body, right? So fitness doesn't necessarily mean like coming to a gym and doing, say, a class, or going and just lifting up weight, or going outside and going for a 5K run, right? If you just get up and walk in the morning, and then if right now you don't get up and walk in the morning, and then you go and you start walking in the morning, that's good. You're burning more calories, you're waking the body up, and you're actually reducing inflammation as well. So when you're moving your body, you're actually reducing the inflammation. I don't know if anyone has experienced this, but maybe if you go to, let's say, like a fitness class, or if you go on a walk or something, and then when you come home, maybe you use the washroom, like you pee out more than usual, that's actually your body getting rid of inflammatory inflammation in the body. So
those toxins and
the toxins in the body, and like your joints, right? Like especially after a walk, you don't feel swelled up, right? You feel light, like you feel like you can move your hands, your body just feels better. That's what's going on there. Is your body's working the muscles and it's getting the toxins and the inflammation out from the night. So it's very good to walk in the morning.
That's what
your point as well.
We don't think about it usually is that the first thing you do in the morning, it will actually affect the quality of your sleep too. So that walk Jamie is talking about, right? If you do physical activity, well, get some sunlight and then physical activity first thing in the morning.
Yes. That
will help you fall asleep at the end of the day.
Very good. Yeah. So that's doing. There's actually 3 chemicals in the brain that like feel good feelings, right? So there's 3 chemicals in the brain that you can pretty much touch on doing exercise, or again being like with people or something. So if you're exercising, you're going to release dopamine in the brain. That's why you have that really good feel good feeling while you're doing exercise or right after, right? So especially in our classes, where you're doing something really difficult and then you go into stretches, right? Those stretches feel like the best thing ever because your body is thanking you and you're very happy in that moment because you've exercised, right? You're using the food as energy and you're just getting stronger, and it just feels really good. And then if you're walking outdoors, right? So if you're in nature, that's serotonin. So if you're walking outside, then you're actually hitting 2 of those. And then if you are with, like, say, a group of people that you love, or any physical touch, right, like hugs or stuff, then that is oxytocin. So you can actually get all 3 if you go walk with your friends in the forest. Right, so if you wake up, maybe meet somebody, or even with yourself, then you're going to hit like 2 to 3 of those, and you're just going to feel amazing from that, right? Like going in, walking outside, especially in nature, there's just something different about it, right? Like walking on a busy street where you have like smoke from cars in your face and stuff, or if you go to like Mapleton or Centennial Park, you walk in the morning and you have that nice crisp morning air. A lot of people don't really realize that, especially if you don't walk in the morning, but walking in the morning feels amazing because of that first air from the morning. It's very crisp. It's very, very nice. Yeah. I think winter morning.
There's more. Yeah. If you go ahead and start searching, you're gonna find more synchronizing, repetitive movement of the walk.
Yeah.
Also have an impact.
The bird
synchronizing movement with someone else.
Yeah.
With other people around you. So I also read about like I do singing in a choir. They are reading a book. So, yes, it's a great activity for brain health.
Yes.
You're synchronizing with a lot of group of people.
Yep.
So we have all those benefits.
Mirroring and yeah.
So to have that energy, so those are some of the options we talked about here. Going to bed early, sleep enough hours.
Yes, that's the biggest one.
Okay, we
turn off your screen.
Yeah, screen. Anything that can help you have that sleep. The good food, the physical activity, the social connection. Yesterday, since you mentioned all that, yesterday, listening to a podcast with psychiatrist talking about totally different subject here, not connected. Psychiatrist talking about tools for ADHD, kids and adults, ADHD. So there's medication, there's a series of tests for diagnosis, there's a medication that can help, and then he mentions that no matter what medication or whatever you're doing, there's 4 basics that you have to work on if you really want to see the best results from that medication or for any treatment. Number 1, sleep.
Yeah.
Number 2, physical activity. Number 3, nutrition.
Yep.
And the 4th one, yes, it was exactly, he put it all together in one category, everything related to relaxation, mindfulness, meditation, social connection, kind of time for yourself.
Yeah, and if you're starting your day in chaos, right? Your whole day is going to be chaos. Like if you wake up to an alarm and it seems like, and you snoozed it 15 times, so now you're like 15 minutes late for work, or you can't, and then you wake up in a rush, you can't have breakfast, you can't have a shower, you can't do anything, and then you have to just rush, put your clothes on really quick, and then get in the car, If you start your day chaotic, right, your whole day is behind you. Like you're just going to be stressed until you come home, and then you're just going to scroll on Facebook or watch shows, right, to decompress after work or something. And then that's usually the really big waste of time, is because you think that you need to decompress because you're very stressed because of how you started your day, right? But if you started your day reverse from that, right? So if you start your day and then you start your day relaxed, where you have your coffee, read, I don't know, the newspaper, or in this case now it's probably not a newspaper, it's probably Facebook or something, but reading the news or getting Alexa to play the news for you while you have your breakfast. But getting up and treating yourself well, that's a really good way of starting the day, right? That's just going to set your day up for success, right? You can't have a bad day after that. Like if you had a nice morning, if you had a shot, like wake up, right? Have a shower, eat your breakfast, right? Take your time, pick out the clothes that you want to wear. If you're not, again,
whatever you do builds up, right? Positively or negatively, it builds up. So if you don't sleep enough, yes, of course, you're not going to just get out of bed when you hear your alarm. You're going to try to stay a bit longer.
And you're going to have negative self-talk. You're like, how did I sleep in? And you made it short. Like I made it so that I can't have my breakfast, and I'm late because I slept in, right? So then you're starting the day telling yourself that you did horrible for yourself, And if you continuously do that, right, keep telling yourself that you're not good, or you're staying up too late, or you're not doing that, right? So that has very huge implications on your life. So then that's probably why you don't cook yourself meals. That's probably why you don't do that, because again, it's a negative self-talk that just spirals.
What we are looking for is because I think everybody will have great days, great mornings, maybe once a week, or maybe once in a while, or maybe half and half.
On weekends, maybe.
In the weekends, when you sleep in, you get up, and everybody knows that feeling. You're having a very nice, energetic morning. You get up full of energy, willing to do things. But what you really want is to have that every day, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to have that outcome every day, there are certain things that you have to do every day. You can't be once in a while. You can't eat well here and there, or sleep well at night here and there. You're not going to see the same outcome every single day.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not saying that it's every single morning of the year that I wake up like that. Everybody has ups and downs.
Of course, yeah.
But if you repeat your habits of nutrition, exercise, bedtime, those things that sometimes you think that will create too much structure, and you feel like you're in a job, like when it comes to personal life, that will give you actually a lot more freedom if you organize your life and you make sure you have those habits consistently every day. Then you're going to have consistent daily outcomes as well, if that's like energy you're looking for.
Yeah, and there's like spacing in between too, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna go to a restaurant with my friends. Oh, I can't go to a restaurant with my friends anymore because I'm eating healthy. Well, no, you can still go to the restaurant. Like, you just maybe eat a nice healthy meal before you go, and you just have a small appetizer with your friends, right? It doesn't mean that you have to miss out on events, right? Like I was saying before, what really happens between 9 p.m. and 12 midnight? Like what is happening there that you feel like you have to sacrifice whatever that is, right? Maybe it's nothing.
Vast majority
Maybe
of
it's
cases
just thinking of
TV and snacks and wine and beer.
Yeah, it's usually
or watching the end of that movie, another extra hour.
Really, like what? Yeah. So you just got to think about, okay, am I actually sacrificing anything to kind of get healthier, right? Because like again, having your morning routine is probably way better than your nighttime routine, eating snacks, having the beer or wine, or watching episodes and stuff like that, right? So maybe treating yourself really nice in the morning is worth that sacrifice, right? And maybe it's not even a sacrifice.
And we can be flexible. I think everybody agrees, in wellness and in science, that if once a week the only option to meet friends and socialize and do something that's meaningful, you have to stay up a bit later on that night. Yeah, that's fine. Because we're gonna have other benefits from that.
Yeah.
Right? From that social connection.
Friends, right?
Social connection. So yeah, when you think about it, the next day, oh yeah, last night I was up late, but yeah, it was worth it. It was worth it. I was connecting with my friends and family, compared to just because I was watching the Facebook video. Then you're probably just gonna have self-talk.
Because like after you have that, like I don't know, like binge watching, like the scrolling, right? You're just scrolling for like 2-3 hours, right? And then at the end of it, you're like, why am I doing this? Right?
We are all victims of that. I had to uninstall Facebook from my phone because they defeated me completely. They know what to do.
They know how to keep your attention.
I think my number one thing, if I had to say, is like pick the habits that you want to do daily if you want to see the same outcome daily, whatever it is, whatever health marker.
Yeah, so you have to first off like sit down and then write down what your goals are. Like, what do you want to achieve? Do you want to be a morning person, right? Do you want to be an evening person? Like, if you want to have more energy, right, write down, okay, I want to have more energy, and then you get to figure out, okay, why or how do I get that, right? And then if you do have any questions, as we always say, just comment down below and we can answer those questions that you guys have. Or again, we have a lot of tips and tricks, or maybe you have tips and tricks that we don't know, that we can share to other people just to help them out with their life, right? Like, what are your morning routines, or what do you do to kind of have more energy as well? So
share,
comment down below, share what you know, and we'll all share it together and help the community just be more healthy.
Start today.
Yes, today's the day.
See you guys.
See ya.